Now, as far as image files, so that's also another important thing that we just need to cover briefly. So um, basically, when you save a file, so we go save as. Now, you've got your save as type. So these are your image types. So there's tons here, man. So your native Photoshop document is a PSD. I don't use the Photoshop document, to be honest. I always save it as a TIFF. So a TIFF is a uncompressed file in itself. So what that means is that if you have it doesn't compress it at all. So it'll preserve all the information at all times. It's uncompressed. And if you've got different layers, it saves the different layers and it supports transparency. So personally, just like it's always recommended, just work in TIFF. It's just the best way to sort of go. Okay, so anyway, the file type. So as I said, TIFF is uncompressed, and that's the main one that it's good to work with. Like your file sizes are a bit bigger when you use a TIFF because it's uncompressed, but I mean that's not as much of an issue nowadays. Your other option though is a PNG file. So that also supports transparencies and is an uncompressed file format as well. And it's a little bit smaller than a TIFF, so you can work with a PNG, but honestly, just stick to TIFF. It's the easiest way to go. You've also got Jpegs. So Jpegs are a compressed file format. It's what you see on the net, or it's majority of it's JPEGs kind of thing. But the issue with JPEGs is that when you save a JPEG and then you save it again, it's always going to be, it's compressing the file each time. So every time that you make a change and you save it as a JPEG, you're downgrading the quality of the actual image. So don't go near a JPEG if you can avoid it. If the image you're working with is a JPEG to start with, that's okay, but just turn it into a TIFF and work on it like that, because as I said, you're going to be constantly downgrading the quality of the image when you work like that, so best to be avoided. So as I said, you really just need to concern yourself with TIFFs at the moment. When you're finished with your your image and you want to upload it somewhere, then you can turn it into a JPEG. That's fine.